President William Ruto has voiced his remarks over Tuesday's High Court ruling that quashed the housing levy introduced in the 2023 Finance Bill. The president was at the 5th Congress of the International Trade Union Confederation Africa in Nairobi, where he said the aim of the affordable housing project was not only to provide houses for Kenyans, but also to create employment opportunities. The president promised to resolve the legal issues surrounding the housing levy that was intended to fund the project. However, Kenyans will continue to pay the housing levy for the next month after the High Court suspended its earlier ruling that was unconstitutional until January to allow the government to appeal to the Court of Appeal. The court maintained its ruling until 10th of January 2024 after the Kenya Revenue Authority, Attorney General and Speaker of the National Assembly Moses Wetangula asked the judges to grant them a stay of at least 45 days.
The Chairman General, Reverend JB, has harassed you quite a bit, that you must clap this way, you must do this way. It is true, we are village mates, and he is not very objective when he deals with me. He's biased, so forgive him. And let me also confirm what Francis Atwoli has said, that we are a robust democratic country. We have our differences, but they are not personal. We have different viewpoints, but we are gentlemen enough and ladies enough to accept that a good idea must always give way to a better idea. We all believe that it is only fools who don't change their minds. And that is why I am delighted to join you at this 5th Congress of the International Trade Union Confederation in Africa, and deeply honored to have this opportunity to address this very auspicious gathering. Before I proceed, I take this opportunity to welcome you all to our country, Kenya, and to our capital city of Nairobi. We are very hospitable people who take our moral and cultural duty of welcoming our visitors very, very seriously. Besides, this country hosts archaeological sites that have been acclaimed globally as the cradle of humankind. So every visitor who comes to Kenya from everywhere, Europe, America, Asia, the rest of this continent, when they come to Kenya, they are coming home. So welcome home. And this is why we have been championing the elimination of national boundaries as barriers to integration and greater engagement between people, enterprises, and advocating for open skies throughout Africa and implementing a visa-free policy to make our brothers and sisters throughout the world to feel at home here in Kenya. Additionally, Kenya is a delightful tourist attraction in every aspect. Even this city has its own share of magical experiences, including a very close canopy, you must have seen it, of forest right here in Nairobi, and a national wildlife park right here, making it a truly unique global destination. And number 3, I was having a conversation with the Director General, and he was explaining to me how he found a conversation in Berlin about Kenya's engagement with the German government on bilateral labor agreement that will facilitate more Kenyans to work in Germany as we work on our bilateral labor agreements, so that we can make the labor or migrant workers not a problem, but a solution. So again, we are working in that space to increase the number of people, whether they are working locally, whether they are working in foreign, and whether they are working in remote locations. The whole concept is to create more workers so that because Kenya is a country of workers. Work. The only way to reduce poverty and inequality is by attending to workers and their well-being. Our country is not short of people who work hard. The gap that exists is that of making sure that adequate arrangements exist to ensure that workers have decent jobs, safe and dignified working environment, a fair regime of income and remuneration which rewards skill and productivity, a robust social support including healthcare and dignified retirement, and a macroeconomic environment which effectively manages the cost of living through sustainable interventions and especially support for greater production. And it is the same, I made a commitment that we are going to enhance our productivity and our production, especially in agriculture. I'm very happy that this year our agricultural production has gone up by 40% because of the interventions we are making, so that we can walk the journey in real numbers of reducing the cost of living, of the aspirations and of our workers, and the most salient concerns as it pertains to their development and their well-being. I also congratulate you for your successful effort to host this Congress, which is a tremendous honor for our country and which demonstrates your vision for the labor movement, commitment to serve workers throughout the continent, and your highly developed networking and consensus building credentials.